Hello. You guys seem to really enjoy the daily vlog that I did a couple weeks ago, so I thought we could do that again today. It is again another Monday. I hope to not make this a trend of only filming Mondays, but today is Monday. It's the day after a shop update, or the Monday after a shop update. So of course the main goal for today will be packing orders. I actually already packed a bunch of orders on Friday last week, so we don't have a ton of orders to pack, but I did leave all of the orders that need extra sticker sheets made for my Patreon secret shop folks. People who order any of the digital goodie sticker sheets, I still make those in-house because they're really limited. People don't buy them that often. So I do need to cut all of those today and then pack those orders, make some extra freebies because we ran out. Yeah. Also, I forgot to introduce myself. Hello, if you don't know who I am, my name is Cece. I'm an illustrator artist based in New York City. I draw cute stuff. We just had a shop update. It was okay. It was exciting. I got, I think, just under 50 orders so far, so I'm not going to complain, you know. Thank you so much if you supported my shop update. It really means the world to me. And yeah, we're also going to be doing some sketching, hopefully, if packing doesn't take up the entire day. I have some planning to do. I need to back plan in my planner because we just had Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year. Soon you will not have to listen to these train noises. Fun fact. Very soon, actually. But anyway, I need to back plan because it was Lunar New Year, so I want to do a little bit of journaling. So we're going to do the journaling first, and then we're going to pack, and then we're going to do some sketching. I am already starting to plan the next shop update because that's how life is nowadays. You just got to keep planning, keep working on the next update. Yeah, I actually have all of the updates I planned for the year already like written down in my notes app. I've planned out all of the shop updates for the year and what new products I want to make. So maybe we'll talk a little bit about that today too. We'll see. Maybe new products will be a different vlog. But yeah, let's get into it. I hope it's a fun vlog. I'm gonna try to be chatty again. I will be talking a little bit about how much I spent this past shop update, so that will be talking about money and time. So yeah, I don't know if you find that kind of stuff interesting, but I know packing footage can be kind of boring after a bit. I've made a couple packing vlogs now, so I don't want to just only show you guys my packing because it's like kind of boring. You guys have seen it. So yeah, I thought I would talk a little bit, do a little voiceover CC moment. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. So I don't know what I did to deserve this, but lately my Bluetooth on my Silhouette hasn't been working. I don't know if anyone else has encountered this issue. So if you have and you have a fix for it, please let me know. But my Bluetooth keeps bugging out on me. So I have just been resorting to just moving. So normally my Silhouette lives over there, right? And I've been I moved the plug because I used to have the cord hidden underneath this mess of a table, but now I moved it to my my other cord mess over there, and I have to plug it in like with the USB thing. It's so annoying. Every time I need to cut anything, I have to move it. Why? Yeah. In the future, when we move, yeah, so a little spoiler alert for what's coming soon, but when we move, I'm gonna change my Silhouette setup so that it's just constantly plugged in, so I don't have to deal with this Bluetooth issue anymore. Somebody send help. All right, I'm gonna cut stickers, and I will be back for packing stuff. I'm gonna try and cut as much as I can now, and then make it so that the packing footage is nice and ASMR-y and not like that's the sound of the Silhouette machine. Yeah, anyway. It is 11:30. You can see the time. It's 11:30. I have finished cutting all of the sticker sheets I needed to cut for the orders, and I've cut a nice little stack of freebies. These are the new freebie. I make a new one with every shop update. They just have some of the illustrations that are part of the shop update. So like this one's from the self-care sticker sheet, this one's from the Lunar New Year sticker sheet, this one's from the Happy Mail sticker sheet, and those two are from the flower one. So I made these. Now we can just peacefully pack without any of the Silhouette noises. So that's what we're gonna do. I've just been watching YouTube videos while cutting because it's actually really hard to concentrate while the Silhouette is going because it's so noisy. So yeah, all right, let's start packing, and VoiceOver CC will be here in a second. How are you doing? It is VoiceOver CC here. I hope this vlog has been treating you well. We're going to talk about how much I spent this shop update. So that means money and time. So let me break down expenses for you, all right? With every month, I break down all of my expenses based on art supplies, office supplies, shipping labels, packaging, merchandise, materials, etc. In January, we're really going to be talking about like how much I spent in January, not exactly like shop update specific, but in January, for example, I spent $886 on merchandise. So that would include the sticker sheets that I ordered at the beginning of January. That would be the new sticker sheets for the shop update. And then it also includes the sticker sheets for the February and the March Patreon goodie bags, because I did order February and March at the same time. There are significantly more of the Patreon sticker sheets than the shop update sticker sheets, just because I don't expect to sell as many in the shop typically, so I always just order 50-ish for the shop updates, and I order whatever is necessary for the Patreon goodie bags. This also includes all of the prints that I ordered. So I ordered the prints from Moo Prints, which were for the shop update, and I also ordered large prints from Cat Print, and I also ordered the Patreon prints for, again, February and March. So that's around $900. I also spent around $200 on materials, so that would include more sticker paper because I ran out, and the vinyl laminates that I use for making bookmarks and for making the single stickers. I spent about $600 on shipping labels last month, so that would probably include stamps. I bought $400 over $400 worth of stamps. I have to replenish my stamps every few months because of Patreon again, so that would not technically be part of the shop update, but it is part of my monthly expenses that I have to worry about. Yeah, things like that. And then packaging, I spent around $600. So that includes, I had to order new mailers. I ran out of mailers, so I ordered 6x9 bubble mailers from Eco Enclosed. They're recyclable and made from recyclable materials and reusable, so I like getting those. I used to get the padded paper mailers, which are like their paper version of bubble mailers, but I don't like them. They're really heavy, which adds to the shipping cost, and they are not super flexible. So if I have anything that's like a little bit bulkier, like a clay item that goes in, I always feel like they're gonna get like crushed in transit, you know? So I ended up just sucking it up and getting the plastic bubble mailers, even though I felt kind of bad about it for environmental reasons. It's a hard balance, you know? And also, if it's lighter, it ends up costing less shipping wise, which means it's not as taxing on the environment for like international shipping, etc. I don't know. It's a weird line to have to figure out for yourself, and everyone's line is different. So yeah, those are little examples of how much money I spent in January for the shop update and for Patreon. As for time, I want to say I did a really great job this January with regards to work hours. I think last year I was working pretty frequently 9 to 10 hour days, where I would start at 9 a.m. and then go until 9 p.m. I still do that, but I'm better at taking breaks. So it actually averages out to less hours per day. Yeah, pretty nice. So I spent 96 hours in January making art. So that includes making all of the sticker sheets, the new prints. That also took a lot of time, etc. I spent about 24 hours doing admin stuff, which includes like writing Patreon posts, responding to emails, dealing with missing packages, stuff like that. I spent about 13 hours packing orders. So that's packing all of the Patreon goodie bags. Patreon goodie bags take up the bulk of my packing time because I spent about a full day packing them. A full day, maybe a day and a half packing them. All right. And then social media and YouTube is like the marketing side of my job. I spent about 15 hours doing that. Editing TikToks, editing YouTube videos. I don't include posting time because it takes not very long to post on social media nowadays. I have it just doesn't take very long to post a picture and write out a caption for me. And then my total hours worked is about 147 hours over January. I was very conscious about not working on weekends in January, so I didn't work a single weekend. I also took a couple of long weekends. So January 1st I took off because we were just flying home from Christmas vacation, and then I took off Martin Luther King Day because that's my sister's birthday. So I was in DC, as in Virginia, spending time with her. So I had 2 long weekends, technically 3-day weekends, and then no work on weekends. So with that all included, 147 hours works out to about 7 hours a day of work, which is pretty reasonable. And I didn't feel like I was being idle. I was keeping myself busy. I spent some time in January. I've gotten a better routine with taking care of my apartment, cleaning up the kitchen, just doing chores around the house instead of like letting it go and getting overwhelmed and then trying to clean all in one day. I've been better about picking stuff up. And I did some reading in January. I did some knitting. I did some Minecraft playing. It was a good January. Overall, I didn't make a ton of money in January because I spent so much. I spent so much on the shop update, and it always feels kind of rough to be spending all that money and then to also not be making a lot of money, because in January, the shop is pretty quiet. And typically shops are pretty quiet in January and February. They're just not good purchasing months, because everyone is reeling from Christmas spending, holiday spending. as someone who loves spending for the holidays, I understand. I didn't make a ton of profit in January. Well, why don't we just lay it all out? Overall in January, I spent nearly $2,800, and my income in January, my total profit in January was just under $2,000. $2,000 is not bad, okay, but considering that I live in New York City, which is one of the most expensive cities in the world, $2,000 does not go a long way. I will say it is a huge privilege that I get to do this. I did make a decent amount of money last fall and winter, and that helped. That helps a lot with dealing with all of these like expenses. I also live with my husband, who has a steady job. So while my income fluctuates a lot, his doesn't. So that really helps as well. All of these are huge privileges that I get to take advantage of. If I didn't have my husband, I would not be able to do this. I don't know if that's interesting to talk about how much money and time I spent in January working. Let me know if you found this interesting. I know some people are making a ton of money by doing art things. I can guess. I have educated guesses for some artists on the internet who make significantly more than I do. I also know that there are plenty of people who are trying to make it still and are not making a ton of money. I feel like I'm comfortably in the middle ground-ish. I'm not making a huge amount of money, but I'm also not like scrimping as much as I used to. I think my first few years of doing this shop stuff, I was making maybe like $20,000 across the entire year, which is not livable. But now I feel like I am finally kind of getting to a livable wage kind of place, at least for New York, with my business, and that feels really good. And I'm really excited to see how much I can continue to grow my shop. I have a couple of goals for how much I want to make. I would love to get to 6 figures. I am not at that point. I'm not anywhere near 6 figures. Just so you know, when I say livable wage, I mean not really that livable for New York, but still decent. Yeah, I would love to get to 6 figures. I think that would be really exciting for me. Because I have never made 6 figures. I used to work a salary job. I've never made 6 figures, so I think that would be really cool. Yeah, anyway, I hope that this voiceover bit was a little bit interesting. I will send you back to vlog CC now that packing is probably almost over. I don't know, but I hope the rest of the vlog treats you well. There is going to be a lot of drawing and music, fun poppy music. I don't know if you like poppy music. Yeah. Again, if you have any thoughts and comments about spending, let me know in the comments. I would love to chat with you. And yeah, I will talk to you later. Hello. It is 2 p.m. I finished packing all of the orders that I had, which is exciting. And then I had a little bit of lunch. I just ate some leftovers, and I had a bowl of grapes. And now we're going to do some sketchbooking. I have been kind of bad about doing my weekly sketchbook sessions. My promise to myself that I would sketch once a week, I skipped last week. So I'm going to try and fill 2 pages, so like 1 full spread, I guess, technically, in my sketchbook. So I'm going to try and fill out this page and then another page on the next spread. I am going to be probably sketching some ideas for products because I kind of have an idea for what I want to make next. I have a couple things that I am not going to fully talk about, but I have an idea for the theme, so I'm just going to practice drawing those. Yeah, it's going to be flowers, more flowers. Girly loves flowers, you know? And after that, I'm probably going to, what am I going to do? I'm gonna probably refine some of those sketches into like something that I can do digitally, and then we'll see if we have more time. If we do have more time, I would like to sketch the digital goodie for Patreon as well. It's gonna be dragon and botanical themed, as you know. So yeah, it should be a fairly chill vlog for the rest of it. Mostly just hanging out, doing some drawing.
With you, everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
First spread of the sketchbook is done. I decided to practice some Chinese florals, flowers that are native to China. And so I first started with these plum blossoms, which are like a symbol of winter and the Chinese national flower. I really love plum blossoms. Actually, this wallpaper, hold on. This illustration, the spring is here illustration that I made with the bunnies and the flowers, that one is supposed to be plum blossoms. Nearly everybody thinks that they're sakura flowers, cherry blossom flowers, but they're actually supposed to be plum blossoms. And so I was trying to kind of study the difference between plum blossoms and cherry blossoms, which I drew over here. And here the petals are shaped a little differently. Plum blossom petals are a lot rounder, and they have more of those little stem things, I don't know what they're called, the things in the in the middle of the flower, compared to the cherry blossoms. And I think the way they grow is the way they cluster is a little bit different too. So I tried drawing those for a little bit, and then I was researching some other like famous Chinese flowers. I drew the Chinese ground orchid, which is kind of different from the orchids that we typically see in grocery stores and stuff. At least our grocery store has like beautiful orchids, but they don't look like these. These are supposedly Chinese ground orchids. They look really funky. I don't think I'm gonna draw these for any illustration because they're just kind of weird looking. Not to like flower shame them, body shame them. They're kind of weird looking. Yeah, but they were an interesting flower to study. Sorry about the train noise. They're an interesting flower to study. Yeah, and then I drew some guihua, which is osmanthus. This is a childhood favorite flower. When I smell osmanthus flowers, it reminds me of my grandma because where she used to live in Nanjing, they had a lot of guihua trees, a lot of osmanthus trees. And so every spring when we visited her, it would just, like, the city would smell like this flower. And so whenever I see them or smell them, I think of my grandma. I haven't actually smelled them in a really long time because you don't typically find them in America, in like the Western hemisphere, Western side of the world, not hemisphere, the Western side of the world. So I haven't gotten to smell them in a really long time, but I still remember how they smell. They smell really lovely and sweet. If you don't like florals, you're going to hate it, but if you do, they smell so good. Right, so I'm gonna work on another page of sketching, just to catch up to my goal of doing one sketch per week. And I think I'm going to practice maybe drawing some food things. I have done a lot of flowers. We did the peonies, we did the magnolias. I think magnolias are still my favorite for drawing like branch flowers that come on branches, like trees. I think magnolias are my favorite still. So yeah, I think I'm gonna work on sketching some food things. I want to draw some pastries, so we're gonna do that next. Pastry texture is so hard to draw with pencil. I tried to draw pain au chocolat, and it kind of looks like a melted snail. I'm so sorry for putting that image in your brain, but that's what it looks like to me. Yeah, I had some fun looking at a bunch of pastries to draw this page of sketches, and it turns out color is actually really important in in desserts. It's kind of hard to figure out what a lot of these things are without the color. I think I did a decent job at kind of portraying what they are. Like this one is pretty clearly a fruit tart. This one is clearly one of those like macaron sandwiches with fruit in it. The pain au chocolat looks like a snail, but it's still pain au chocolat. And that's a croissant, obviously. The madeleines, I think, look pretty good if you know what a madeleine is. If you don't know what a madeleine is, it probably looks like a weirdly shaped blob. And then this is, I think it's called a religieuse. But it's like two cream puffs on top of each other with chocolate. I feel like this one looks kind of funky. It doesn't look exactly like cream puffs. And then this is this tarte au citron. But it looks really stupid without the yellow color of the citron, of the lemon. And that's a petit four. So yeah, we filled up this page and this page. I'm pretty happy with these sketches. I think it looks really cute. So I am gonna go ahead and start working on sketching some products. I will probably show you little sneak peeks of those sketches. Yeah, it is about 4 p.m. so we're making good time. I probably have to stop at around 5:45ish because I need to make dinner and get to ceramics class. So yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me, but who am I to question my feelings? I'm leaving you for someone else, but it's not who you might think it is. It's someone who you're already loving. I've been over this for a long time now, and I finally know where my heart is. This is our last kiss, and I hope you know that I thank you for making me see it. No, I never meant to hurt you.
the next day, and I'm not supposed to be vlogging anymore, but oh, the slow zoom. Guys, it's snowing. It's so pretty. Oh my god, I'm so happy. It's so pretty. Okay. Hello. I feel like this is a thing now, just editing Cece making her outros. Hello. This is the end of the vlog. I wanted to really quickly, before we end, I wanted to show you how the digital goodie came out, because I did finish painting that and I have started using it. So this is how the digital goodie turned out. I think it's really cute. I really love this guy, this little baby drinking some tea on a camellia flower. I think he's very cute. So I also really like the little watering can one. I had a lot of fun making dragon shapes for this digital goodie. I feel like the rendering is not my best work, but again, I think it's cute. It's a good sticker sheet. So yeah, if you want it, it is available on my Patreon for $3 to download. It will also show up in my secret shop at some point, probably next month. And yeah, I also wanted to show you my February Patreon goodie bags. I'm actually just gonna move over and put a little clip of me showing you here. This is my February Patreon goodie bag. If you want it, I think there are a couple of the sticker slots are still open, and there are a couple of the print slots still open. Yeah, thank you so much for any and all support to my Patreon. Thank you so much for any and all support to my shop. If you haven't checked that out yet, please do. And I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of my cozy little space on the internet. Again, let me know if you like this type of video. Let me know if you liked me talking about expenses and money and time and stuff. It has been a really interesting journey to keep tracking all of these things for myself. I do enjoy knowing how much I worked. I feel like I was very reasonable. I was very reasonable in January. Again, I just want to point out, your girl is learning and growing and getting better. Yeah. Also, my bangs look kind of weird. Please ignore that my bangs look bizarre. I just recut them and they look a little stupid. But that's fine. You know, they'll grow out. It's just hair. All right. Yeah, thank you so much for being part of my little cozy space on the internet. I will see you in 2 weeks. We are in the middle of moving, actually, which is why this was a daily vlog. I didn't have time to make a longer vlog. Girlie's moving. You can't really tell. Nope, you can't tell yet, but I went through all of my yarn yesterday night, and I can now fit all of my yarn and my fabric into one plastic bin, and you guys should be so proud of me. I did a lot of decluttering. Yeah, all right. Bye, friends.